let's take a look what happens when we type in Drake type beat. Tons of beats come up. What's going on here, man? This is the Netflix of beats. There's no price tags. This ain't Blockbuster. What you mean? Don't lease your beats, just download them. Unlimited leases, unlimited licenses, unlimited stems, trackouts, MP3, Wave, industry producers, Grammy nominated producers. Let's get it. Go to botmop.com right now. Start downloading your beats today. Download your beats right now. Let's go.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Teddy. As you guys can see in the description, I want to go ahead and do a quick barber breakdown. It's not going to be a full tutorial, just a quick barber breakdown. So for start, I'm going to go ahead and start with the lever open. I'm going to go ahead and just shave his head and debulk all the hair. I'm going to go ahead and give him a bald head up top, and then kind of just fade and taper up the back. He wants to keep the shag, and he wants to try to grow the shag as much as possible. And then I'm going to hit the beard a little bit, and that's going to be it. Now I'm going in with the trimmers. After you debulk the top with the lever open, you're going to go in with the trimmers to try to get some more bulk down. He wants to try to grow his hair in the back, so as you guys are going in with the clippers, try to stay close to the guideline as much as possible and shape the head. Now I'm going to go ahead and put a hot towel on his head. I actually didn't have a towel. As you guys can tell, it's a white beater, but they both work the same. So right now I'm just going to put a hot towel on his head to kind of open up his pores in his head before I try to put some shave butter on. Now I have the shave butter. You can use pretty much any shave butter you want. I went to Walmart, I went ahead and grabbed that one. You want to try to get as much shave butter on his head as possible. You want to like lather his head so that it can just kind of get in the pores and get close to the hair so that you can shave off the head as much as possible without tearing or without pulling the hair. So just moisturize his head. And now I'm going to go ahead and use my razor. From Tomb 45. I actually really like this razor cartridge. I have a brand new blade I just put in there. And as you guys are doing this, I want you guys to be really careful because you guys can cut the client, and you definitely don't want to cut the client or when the hair grows back have any razor bumps. So just stretch the head out and go in slowly. You know, if you have to just take it inch by inch, that's fine. Eventually, when you become a little more expert, you're going to be able to do longer strokes, which will just make the process go a lot faster. But yeah, just make sure you stretch the head and go as slowly as possible. Keep the razor at a 45-degree angle, and just try to just slide as smoothly as possible across the top of the head, and just make sure just to get off all the hairs and everything. Be very careful. Keep the shape of the beard and the shag behind. You want to be able to blend those in nicely later. But yeah, like I said, just be very careful with the razor. If you're not experienced with this, I would not say use a razor. But eventually, as you do use it, you're going to get way better, and the process is going to get a lot easier and a lot quicker. Right now I'm going from the front to the back, so I'm going against the grain from front to back, and then later I'm actually going to go sideways, downward, from the middle of the head toward the temple and to the ears, just so that you get like a double clean shave, and so that you get more hair off, so it's actually a balder shave. Always clean your razor. After a couple strokes, you want to clean the razor on your towel so that the next go around is going to be a lot cleaner, and that you don't get shave butter and hair bulked up on the razor. As you could tell, he's kind of funny. He likes to clown around a little bit. That's my guy, 93 Torrance. If you want to go ahead and check him out on IG, his ad name will be linked in the description below. Once again, we're going to go back in with the hot towel and moisturize the head another time. When you're doing a bald shave, you want to go in 2 to 3 times on the head just to make sure that you get as bald as possible, so that it's a really smooth shave. So now, like I said, I'm going to go from the middle of the head down to the ear. So I went from front to back. Now I'm going to go from the middle of the head down against the grain down, so that you just get all angles of the hair and that you just get a close shave. Repeat the same steps. 45-degree angle. Keep the shape of the hair around and try to get all the hair off. I think he has a photo shoot tomorrow, so he wants to go ahead and try to look as fresh as possible. He's an artist, like I said before, so if you guys want to go check out his music, his link will be in his description. 93 Torrance. It's always fun. So at this point, I'm actually going to start with his beard, debulking his beard. But first you want to comb it out just so that you can get all the hairs to stand up and so that you can get a cleaner cut. Before you cut any hair, you always want to comb it out or brush it out or something, just so that everything will be cleaner toward the end. You want to set yourself up for success. So now I'm actually going in with the 4 guard just to try to debulk the whole entire beard, and then later I'm going with smaller guards to try to give a contour from the front of his beard to the temple. So at this point, I'm actually going in with the 3 guard now. So I'm going to try to stay toward the back of his chin, just so that that middle area is a little bit lower than the front of his beard. I'm still working on my fade process, but I feel like I'm getting really good. You guys definitely want to try to perfect your fade process as much as possible. Now at this point, I'm actually going in with a 2 guard. I'm going to try to stay in between the top of the ear and the bottom of the jawline, just so that that area is a little bit lower than the jawline and the chin. It's not going to be a very extreme fade. It's just going to be pretty much debulking in levels. And like I said before, I'm not an expert at cuts. I just like to cut, and barbering has just always been something that stood out to me. Um, so I just try my best, use the skills that I've been handed, and then just constantly just get better over time, and just gradually um, get better and better with my fades, my lineups, and everything. At this point, I'm actually going in with the one guard now. I'm going to try to stay a little bit above the ear and just fade it out. Now I'm actually using the half guard, and I'm going to just constantly just keep trying to fade out the rest of the top of the beard. At this point, I think I actually took the half guard off, and now I'm actually using the lever open, and I'm just playing around with the lever. I'm going to go lever close a little bit, and then maybe go back lever open. I'm just trying to get as close to the bald shave as much as possible now. Just bald and get out. The whole time you're fading, you want to just play around with your levers. That's the best way to get used to fading and be able to see exactly what you're doing, and just get a lot of experience with fading. So as you're fading, just make sure you're playing with your levers and just kind of just getting a better feel for your clippers and your tools. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and pick out the shag, and I'm going to go ahead and get it prepped and ready so I can go ahead and fade up into the bald. He wants to keep growing the top of the shag, so we're going to keep that dark area up there as much as possible and just kind of fade it out. And I apologize, you guys. I actually did this step before I faded the beard, so if it looks a little bit different now, I apologize for that, but just try to keep the overall goal in mind. I'm going to go ahead and use my Wall Magic clips. I really like these clippers. They're really good faders. I also have the Wall Seniors, but I definitely think that the Wall Seniors are better debulkers, and so I just kind of stick with the Magic clips to do my fading. And right now I'm actually going lever open and creating my first guideline. And now I'm actually going in with the one guard, creating my second guideline. Don't be afraid to use your angles. Don't be afraid to use the corner of your blades. Those techniques are actually really going to help you to learn how to fade. At a point in this video, you're going to see me actually flip the clipper upside down and just kind of try to get some guidelines out that way. Like I said, don't be afraid to try different techniques and figure out what works for you. through the whole process, I'm actually going to be playing with my lever a lot, because at certain points, certain parts of his head didn't fade properly. So I just kind of use my lever as an adjustment tool to try to make sure that I'm able to get all the guidelines out and fade properly. So right now I'm actually using the half guard to go ahead and get out that second guideline. The whole point is to try to fade the one guard into the half guard. The one guard into the lever open, and I'm using my half guard to do that. As you can tell, I'm playing with my lever. I would try to keep in mind not underestimating this cut. I know it's a very simple cut, just fading up into the bald and fading the beard and everything, lining up. But at the same time, not everybody knows how to fade downward, and not everybody knows how to fade, from that nice clean bald into some hair. So don't underestimate this cut. Take your time. Keep your steps, and just do what you know. So right now I'm actually using the lever open to try to do some detailing across the fade and just knock out a couple more guidelines and just try to make everything blend as much as possible. Use the corner of your blade. That's going to be your best friend. It's probably going to be one of your best techniques. Right now I went back in with the half guard and some spots on the other side of the head that I felt that I could try to blend in a little bit better. And through the whole time, like I said, I'm going to be just switching through different guides. I'm going to be switching through different guards and just playing with my lever just to try to get the fade as much as possible. But the basic steps still apply. If you know how to fade, you know how to fade downward. Keep on doing that, and then whatever you have to adjust as the cut goes on, go ahead and try that. Like I stated before, I flipped the clipper over and just trying out some different techniques to try to get the fade as good as possible. Don't be afraid to experiment and just try your best. Stick to what you know, but also experiment and try your best. So now I'm going back in. I think this is the 2 guard right now. I'm gonna try to debulk a little bit and try to just get that fade right. I saw a lot of hair that I didn't get, so I'm just gonna go ahead and try to debulk that and see how it turns out. Alright, you guys, now I'm going to go ahead and line up his beard a little bit. I think at this point I'm just going to go ahead and do a very simple line just to kind of see how it's going to end up. And then I'm going to go back in for the razor after that. Once again, looking at a little goofball. Weirdo. Look at his face, bro. Who does that, dog? Nah, I'm just playing. That's my guy. You guys want to heat up the beard before you go in with the razor, just so that you can open up the pores and get a cleaner shave. The worst thing you would want to do is cause them to get razor bumps, tug the hair as you're using your razor, or any type of not positive outcome. So right now I'm actually using the Tomb 45 shave gel. Shout out Chris Bazio, Sean Cuts, Get Beans for coming together to actually do a really great product line. They have a whole lot of different products. I actually did a prior video, an unboxing, so if you guys want to go ahead and check out the Tomb 45 unboxing video. Alright, you guys, one of the final steps in the cut, I'm going to go ahead and just razor his hairline, just try to make it a little bit more crispy and just clean him up a little bit. If you guys get really good at using the razor, it'll be a really key arsenal in detailing your client, and it'll definitely set you apart from other barbers. You know, a lot of barbers are good at razors, but if you're expert at it, man, your clients are going to be greatly satisfied. Me, I'm not trying to do anything too crazy right now. He likes to keep a very natural hairline, so I just kind of just want to clean it up a little bit, get all the extra hairs around the line, and just try to just keep them as clean as possible. Alright, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is actually one of the final steps of the cut. Like I said, I wasn't going to do a full tutorial today, just a quick barber breakdown on how to do a ball shave and a quick lineup and taper to the shag. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe, and I'll be back at you guys again soon. Thanks.